Hey, it's Jackie Bros.
Hey, people, it's your friend Dunlap.
Thank you for listening on this one.
I think we got a great show in store. You know, we didn't ever do something like that. You hear people do that on TV a lot, on radio, other podcasts. Got a great episode lined up for y'all this week.
I don't see how this is any different than any of them. They all seem the same to me. You just sit here and talk.
Well, but they say it the same thing every week. Like, great episode this week, and then, it's the same old shit every week.
Well, yeah. We don't have to do that is what I'm saying. People know they're going to listen to the same old, know what? They don't need us to, placate them on here. Say, don't
that
get them.
That just makes us sound...
That's an insult to injury as far as I'm concerned. We don't need to lie to our listeners. They know what they're getting into.
Yeah, so thanks for bearing with us, everybody.
Well,
we should start it like this. Man, we sure are sorry for the parts we're not prepared for and our poor research and our tendency to drag things out past the point of enjoyment.
I don't know why we have to apologize either. They're aware of this. Now you're talking to them like you're talking down to them. They know all this stuff you're saying. You ain't got to just...
So really, we don't need to say anything.
That's what... Well, no, just do what you normally do. Just talk. If I want to listen to it, that's great. We're glad you listen. And if I don't, I sure as hell won't.
You can't make nobody do something they don't want to do.
That's right. That's right. You ought not try to.
So, can we thank them?
Well, yeah, you can thank them. Yeah, just
thanks everybody for tuning in on this podcast.
Yeah.
I don't reckon you tune in about podcasts.
On the computers, it's on radio, turn the knob around on computers, it's a button.
That's pretty much the difference.
Yep. Ain't no knob on computer.
Just a button.
Yep. They make a bunch of different buttons, but they all do, same thing, just different letter or whatever.
Maybe when Obama makes community college free, you can get a job teaching computer science.
Oh, hell. Wouldn't do no such thing. Something else we need to, you can't, like you said, you can't make people do what they ain't going to do. You can't make people do nothing. That's what America's about. That's what's good about
it. That's our motto.
That's, Obama don't agree with that because he's going to make you do lots of stuff, but, we're not going to. One thing we do always say, tell your friends, tell everybody to listen in. They ain't going to do that if they don't want to.
Mm-mm.
Hell, I bet half of them embarrassed to listen to this.
Yeah, they wouldn't tell their friends about it. If their friends saw it on their phone or their iPod.
Yeah, what you listen to this for?
Like, oh, I probably got a virus.
Yeah.
They'd say, oh, I went to this porn site, and it probably downloaded something on my phone. Before they would say, I'm actually listening to this podcast on my own.
No, there ain't no porn stuff. Now, I'll put it this way. I'll thank you again. I'm going to thank you all out there for letting us be your secret.
We're like the person you're having an affair with.
What?
That knows you're never going to leave your spouse for them.
Why you got to bring all that into it? No,
they've made their peace with it. They're like, I'm just a little something extra they get on weekends when they tell their spouse they on a business trip.
All right.
I was trying to make this not sexist, but I'm just going to say wife.
Just don't.
We're like the other woman, Jackie.
Have you got your fancy phone on you?
Uh-huh.
Go to the, it's not Twitter's. What is it? It's not iTunes. Facebook's on there. Go on that, our things.
Uh-huh.
Because this is, what you said about being unprepared. Somebody put on there, seemed like a real nice a person. I won't say the name because I can't remember it. I can't remember all the stuff I say on the computer. Good Lord, thank goodness I can't. But this thing's something I said. She listened to it. I think it's a she. Listen to it at work. Just get on.
Yeah, I'm looking.
Look on.
No, I saw that. Where is that? Why is that not on here anymore? I ain't.
Well, they probably took it down.
Somebody at work saw it and they're like, "Shit, I hope she didn't get fired."
Well, I hope not either. It was a she, wasn't it? Yeah.
Yeah, I don't want to say her name wrong.
I didn't know any ladies would listen to this, and I apologize for his language over there. First off,
I can't find it on here now.
well, she took it
You
down.
must have said something make her mad. Sorry.
Well, she ain't listen no
It
more. Might
was
as well don't waste your breath.
Grace, right? Grace.
I can't remember everybody's name, and I'm sorry I can't. I wish I could.
You want to just take a second and go through our Facebook real quick? Jeffrey Thames says, looks like Jim Ed Brown's cancer's in remission.
That's good to hear.
So he'll be popping tops for years to come.
That's good to hear. Yeah, that's good news. Thank you for sharing that with us.
Congratulations, Jim Ed Brown. Here we go. It was in a comment. Okay, everybody.
Yep.
We got this under control. Grace Esty Thumb. Is that real?
Wow.
She says, thanks for doing over 100 Parkists.
Yeah.
I listen at work even though I'm not supposed to. I sneak an earbud into my noise cancelers. It makes my job. Listen, I know a couple weeks ago we said the best way to do this was laying in an easy chair, trying to relax, let it come out your toes.
Yeah.
Not true. Best way to listen to this podcast is sneaking an earbud into your noise canceller.
Well, if that's what to say, I have to agree with them because, hell, I know I don't listen to this.
Maybe the best way is keep the earbud on the outside of the noise cancelers.
So that's somebody already risking doing something they ain't supposed to do. They want to hear this so bad, they liable to lose a job. Somebody, bless
Makes
their
my
heart.
job a little less boring and tedious. The hard part is not laughing out loud and making myself look weird. And then she got a picture here.
Yeah.
Here's me listening to RSU at work.
What kind of work's she doing there? What is
Looks
it?
like some sort of grinding
Yeah.
or some sort of metal work. I can't tell.
Well, we appreciate. Who is it? Grace.
Grace,
Well, thank you, Grace.
we thank you. We appreciate it.
I hope you're not embarrassed by this.
We hope you still have a job.
Keep it hidden. Keep it safe.
Yeah, keep it hidden. Keep it safe. Anything else happen on here? People want
Well, that's all I want. We'll talk about them next. We can't talk about everybody all the time on here. Next week.
You know how Facebook sucks you in.
So everybody put a picture like Grace did.
People,
you at work.
Send your pictures of you at work.
Listening or hiding it. The best way to sneak listening, give other people ideas. So I won't listen to this work, but I don't know how I'm going to get caught. You put the picture up the best way, you hiding it.
Yeah.
No one could tell you listening, but you're listening. And then the other way, maybe help other people listen to this at work.
Yeah.
And I want to thank what's his name for showing he said come out his toes. Come out his.
Yeah, we want to thank everybody. Let us know about your toes, how it come out. And
So it works both ways, evidently, like you said. Some people.
comes out different places.
Yeah.
But as long as it gets out.
That's all that matters. Yeah. So show us how you hide it.
At work. Show us how you hide it at work. Sneak it in there and listen. We appreciate everybody risking their jobs
Yeah, dignity, everything else, yeah.
to listen to us.
Well, let's get on to it so they can listen now. Because
Yeah, because there's probably people doing grinding work.
well, Grace is.
Grace is, and they're like, you know what? I'd rather listen to the grinder.
At this point, yeah. So I won't get on. Let's get the sponsors over with so we can get on,
All right.
do what the rest of it, whatever that
You're
is.
going to have a great show, everybody. We want to let you know, great episode coming up.
Well, I got a good sponsor. I'll say that much. I ain't
Oh,
gonna
I'd
get
love
into
to hear about it.
Well, I do. It's old Cola Cinemas. Everybody remembers. They got.
Coley Cinemas.
Yeah,
now, did they get burned down, or did they?
I don't know. It doesn't say on here. Hang on. Let me look and see what it says here. It doesn't say if it's a new location or if this is where the. Hey, yeah,
You hear that siren?
yeah. Well, you're going the other way. That's different, isn't it?
I'm
I
probably
could've swore-
hauling somebody in. Like, this,
Well, coming through, I usually go into that place, but that one's going the other way. Well,
gotta
good.
get this person in prison stat.
Well, it says here, Coley Cinemas. I don't know if they fixed that one or it's at a new location, but that's an easy fix. I'll come on next week because this is going on all next couple weeks. They're supporting old American Sniper, Clint Eastwood.
American Sniper.
Yep, and having a Clint Eastwood a thon.
At Coley's Christian Cinemas.
Yeah, if on the weekend you ain't got nothing to do, go there, sit in a cool theater. Excuse me, and watch.
You okay?
I'm fine. Watch.
What were you eating?
What I'm drinking is carbonated.
Is it mint? Was it
No,
peppermint?
it's a beer. What you talk about? I just drinking some beer, boy. Just a little bit before we get started. Yeah, just excuse me. I apologize.
Usually, if your stomach's upset like that, it's because you had some peppermint. I just want to make sure you didn't.
I didn't have no peppermint.
Lifesavers or
no, I didn't have nothing like that. I just told you what I was having. Now, Coley Cinema's having a Clint Eastwood-a-thon. This weekend, just go sit in a nice theater, watch Clint Eastwood all day long. They just running Clint Eastwood movies. Well, they running 3 of them, and then also American Snipers, 2. I mean, but building up to American Snipers, you go there all day and watch. They got, Firefox.
Firefox. Now, Coley's, yeah, what else they got at Coley's?
It says Firefox.
Uh-huh.
The Rookie.
Uh-huh.
Any which way you can. All of them good Clint Eastwood movies, and then American Snipers in the evening.
So, Firefox.
Yep.
The Rookie.
Yeah.
Any which way you can.
Yep. All
Capped
good.
off by American Sniper.
Yeah, all Clint Eastwood. See, he's in those, but I don't think he's in American Snipers. I'll talk about that later. I wish it was, but either way.
Yeah, folks, we have a great podcast coming up for you, and later on we're going to talk about the American Sniper controversy.
I went to go see it, and just going to tell you my review of it. I don't care what anybody else says, but anyway.
So, Coley's Christian Cinemas is known for taking films that are at the box office and cutting out the cussing.
Well, yeah, make it family friendly or Christian friendly, I should say. If your family's Christian, then yeah.
You could have a family that just
Hey,
is awful.
Enough. I don't want. There are people like that. Take a kid to see anything, and then the kid use language like you just said.
Yeah, they
that's what
families.
Well,
worse than what I just said.
They
are parents out there teaching their kids.
Well, Coley's ain't got nothing to do with them, and they ain't got nothing to do with you. So I don't want to hear about awful people right now. There's good Christian cinemas in there. They do change the movies. They ain't changed. Clint Eastwood, you ain't got to change too much. It gets a little salty here and there, but, that's old Clint Eastwood. That's what it does.
That's how he tastes, salty.
Well, the Firefox, when the planes are flying, it's got when they show the outside of the plane are flying, they put in a banner come behind it, got different Bible verses on it, just.
So, Firefox, they just add Bible verses behind the plane.
Just in this, his airplane, he goes up, he go to Russia to steal a plane.
Oh, well, he should have done that in the actual movie back in the Cold War.
What do you mean? He did do it in the movie.
No, but with the banner, just to let Russians know about God.
Well, you make your own movies, whatever.
That's what Coley's does.
He ain't trying to teach Russia nothing. He's trying to steal the damn plane.
But Coley, you just said Coley's put the banner on it.
Well, that's for the audience to see to get a Bible verse in there.
So when we go into Coley's Christian Cinema screening, and we sit there and we see that Bible verse superimposed behind the plane on a banner by some of the computer kids from the school. Are we supposed to take our knowledge that Coley's has added this in there, or are we supposed to watch it without the context?
Now you take your youngins. That's why I said family or whatever.
So to them, it's brand new.
Well, yeah, in their eyes, Christian eyes, it don't matter what the movie's about, what it is, people are going to witness no matter what. So if he's got to go over, government send him over there to steal a plane, he's going to witness somehow, and that's how he does it. So if you don't know, you and I seen it before, we know he ain't got no Bible in it.
But to a kid, they think
everybody grow up to be a good Christian witness. You got to test, you got to let people know.
If you go into Russia, why would you not put a banner behind your stolen plane that says John 3:16?
I mean, they didn't do that in the real one, but for this,
Hollywood.
Hollywood, Coley, as far as I'm concerned, it ain't going to hurt nobody. Firefox is a fine movie on its own, I won't say right now, but it ain't going to hurt nobody while you watch Firefox. Get a few, read a few Bible verses.
What'd they cut out of The Rookie?
I think on that one they just cut out Charlie Sheen.
Short, right?
It's shorter, but I think I'll be quite honest, probably a little bit better. He says some salty language too. I think they cut out. He still smoke a cigar in it, but they cut out some of the cuss words and just all of it.
They's preachers smoking.
All of that's true. That's true. But they cut out all of Charlie Sheen, who he wasn't smoking in it, but still.
And what about Any Which Way You Can? Is that the first one or the second one?
That's
In
the
Which
second
Way You
one.
Can?
I think it's the second one.
It's
That's
the second
part two.
one.
That's part two. He goes fight.
He needs to make a part 3 and wrap that up.
Well, he's too old now. That monkey been dead for years now. Yeah, Clint Eastwood.
Yeah, you don't want to see. There's nothing sadder than a man mourning a monkey.
Yeah, it'd be
old man, like, where'd my monkey go?
All of them dead, and that one, grandma, granny, she's gone. That's nothing against it. I like to see the fighting, but you went to see those movies, see the old woman scream at that monkey.
That's
Mad
true.
at him. She said, I ain't going to use the language, but he said he went to the bathroom all over the place. She's just hollering at him all the time. Hates that
Is
monkey.
that all in all that language?
No, they cut. That's funny for us, but if you're young and you don't know that, you ain't got to see it. I'm sure she probably says monkey went all the bathroom everywhere instead of saying, SH it, But the other thing I cut out of that, I know I hadn't seen that when I asked them, and they just every time monkey flip a bird in it, instead of showing that, they cut in local news segment. You remember when it wasn't about a few years ago, they had that, it says Smyrna.
Mm-hmm.
It made the news. Everybody, they filmed it it was a tent revival / circus. Had both of them going on.
Oh, right, yeah.
You'd go over
they had they both had mistakenly booked the same tent for the same night.
But but that just made, ain't nothing sinful about a
circus.
Circus, yeah. So, that's fine. But they did that where you remember it's on the news where they baptized that monkey.
Right, they baptized the monkey.
So wait,
are they going to show all that? Because that monkey kind of...
No, they ain't going to show all of it. They're just going to show when they put him in the water before reason it made the news, all that stuff. They ain't going to show no child of that. But, instead of seeing the monkey do something
Like
rude.
F you.
Yeah, well, yeah. We just see the same kind of monkey being...
So are we as the audience to assume that this is a monkey, the same monkey where Clyde...
It's the same kind of looking monkey. It's what do you call the orange ones?
Orangutan?
All right, yeah, orangutans. That's the Planet of the Apes. They's no, ain't the smart ones. They're the boss monkey. In the old Planet of the Apes, that was the boss monkey. I don't know about these new cartoons they're making, but the old one, orangutans, the orange, they were and it's true, because in real life, ain't nobody going to tell that monkey what to do.
Bossy.
Clint Eastwood, yeah, he'd flip that bird to whoever.
But they cut out the flipping of the bird, and they just show Channel 2 footage.
They show that orangutan in the, choir singing and putting him underwater before, they cut it for, reasons on news when he got on it.
So I guess is he remembering that? Are we supposed to assume as the audience that Clyde is remembering
how a movie,
baptized?
yeah, just flash, whatever. Just, how the movies do that. Oh, they do it on TV all the time. It takes you a minute, like, what's going on? Oh, okay, that must have been when he was a youngin' or something.
I get you. That sounds pretty good. Somebody ought to make a movie about that, the circus revival.
Nobody wants to watch that.
Well,
it's
you
awful.
can cut out where the rampage.
Well, that's what yeah, if they made movies just about monkeys getting saved, yeah, I agree.
Well, the news was already there because they're having a circus and a revival in the same tent. Get a cameraman down there, and he just happened to be down there. And then word was spread around town. They're gonna baptize a monkey tonight.
Well, yeah, everybody wanted to go see that. They were selling, bingo tickets or whatever. A lot of the things on it. You paid so much money to come down and see a monkey get dunked.
And the monkey, it wasn't like they weren't trying to cheapen salvation. They were saying this monkey was smart enough to have weighed the evidence and listened to its heart and listened to the preacher, and it made the decision to come to Jesus.
Well, if a monkey can listen to somebody to sit up and sit down, pick that up, throw that banana, whatever, if they can understand that much, I don't see why they couldn't understand. If a monkey made the choice to come to God, then, why should he be denied?
So I don't know.
I seen the Pope the other day compared to somebody, or not the Pope, but people like, what do you call them? Like a Pope, not priest, I don't know, one of them Catholic bishops. They have a day where everybody takes the animals down there and they touch it with a thing. So it ain't nothing wrong with blessing the animal or letting the animal come to God. There's nothing wrong with that at all.
There ain't that big a difference between that and what we're talking about with the monkey getting baptized.
Well, that's what I'm saying. If you could take a young'un before they know anything and put water on their head and say that they're baptized, then, that you're encouraging them a little bit, and you may have to pick an animal up, take it down there. I ain't comparing animals to babies. I'm just saying, if they don't, they need a little encouragement. They ain't going to go. But I'm saying the animal itself ain't going to go there by itself to go see a cardinal unless he's feeding it or got something, treats or something for it.
So that's Coley's Christian Cinema's Clint Eastwood-a-thon. Did they cut anything out of American Sniper?
No, that was brand new. They leaving that in. They need to, that.
They agree with the message enough that they're not gonna. Well,
it's like a show that all the Jews getting killed German on TV without cutting that thing out. It's history. It's something, it's hard, but it's real, and, need to learn a thing or two. Those are hard lessons you got to learn. So they leaving America. That'd be they don't need to touch that movie. Leave that alone. That's,
It's like Passion of the Christ.
Well, yeah.
But he's got a gun this time.
Well, I mean, it's bloody like it. Yeah, I mean, bad stuff happens. I mean, he ain't Jesus, but, he's doing what if God's on America's side, then he's doing what he's supposed to do. And we know God ain't on that side. Hell.
So that's Coley's Christian Cinemas, everybody. Come on down to the Clint Eastwood-a-thon, the rookie.
That's my sponsor. Go ahead and say it, but that's, Coley's Christian Cinemas all this weekend, Clint Eastwood-a-thon. All them good Clint Eastwood movies.
Firefox, the rookie.
Clint Eastwood, it don't matter what they're playing. I'd go down and see it. I don't care how. Clint Eastwood, all of his movies good except when the Japanese down underground. That's the only one I don't care for. The rest of them, if it's Clint Eastwood, I'll go see it.
I got a sponsor this week, Jackie. I think you're going to enjoy. Also, religious sponsor.
Well, good.
We talk about religion a lot on here, and this episode is no different. We got a great episode for you folks today, and I think you're really going to enjoy it.
Well, you can say it's great if you're talking about religion coming to God. You can boast all you want to. That's what you're supposed to do. If you get up on the post and let glory be known. That's what you're supposed. That's okay to do.
You don't hide your light under a bushel.
That's right.
And let it shine.
Yeah, I'll say if you got a good, decent Christian sponsor, then let ring the bells, let everybody know. Yeah.
Well, you remember last week, Jackie, we were talking about they were having a signing down at the Glory Shelf Books and Balloons, grand reopening. Book signing by Little Sissy Rinsgard, Murfreesboro's own formerly dead child who went to heaven and come back. Her new book, I Go Heaven.
Oh, yeah, that's sweet as can be. I went got one here at the store, and everybody sits, when they get a sandwich, to sit down and read that. That's just adorable. That's as sweet as can be. And
it is a great story, and it will make you rethink life, the afterlife, children. So many different things you'll be rethinking. And
funny little Lego people is in there for
all the Lego, the cast of the Lego movie.
Yep.
God, big fan of it. Little Sissy Rinsgard, as told to her mother, Lydia Rinsgard, author of Christian Speed Dating. It's I Go Heaven. Well, if you like I Go Heaven, Jackie, I think you're really going to enjoy this new book they just got in down to the Glory Shelf called Back to Heaven, And you see the 2 is backwards to signify a child wrote it.
Yeah.
By Little Sissy Rinsgard, as told to David Ox Rinsgard, her daddy.
Oh. Wait, she went. Well, she died again? I don't.
Well, allegedly, you see, Lydia and David Ox Rinsgard have been having problems. They've split up. And,
sorry to hear that.
Yeah, that's why Lydia got into the Christian speed dating world.
Yeah.
You know the world of Christian speed dating, Jackie.
No, I don't, but I don't.
You don't want to get into that by choice. But when circumstances force you into the world of Christian speed dating, you make lemonade out of your lemons, and you write a book called Christian Speed Dating, and you sit that next to the books about your little girl who died and went to heaven that you also wrote, and you try to sell them all. Well, apparently, now it depends on who you listen to. This is a classic case of he said, she said. But if you listen to Lydia, no. Little Sissy Rinsgard did not die again. This is her.
Well, that's good, but
her husband is trying to take advantage of Little Sissy's success. Most popular girl in school, been to heaven, met Jesus, and the cast of the Lego movie. And then here comes David Ox Rinsgard trying to ride their coattails. But if you listen to David Ox Rinsgard, he says he had, it was a weekend where he had little Sissy over there.
Yeah.
He did not know through Lydia's negligence that she had been diagnosed with peanut allergies. And, he left a couple of paydays laying around.
Oh, hell. You can't do that. If you're a responsible parent, you can't.
He says he did not know. He did not know that she had peanut allergy.
Well, if he's a daddy, he should have known. He don't,
And, if you're a kid and you see a payday,
you go
candy bar. Then you open it up and you're like, wow, that doesn't look like a candy bar, but I guess I'll eat it anyway.
Take a bite either way,
just try it. It's like it's shaped and colored like a candy bar.
It come in a wrapper, yeah. It looks like you think it just says Papa Candy Bar on it, something like that, on the package, yeah.
So you take a big bite of that payday, and then the next thing, David Ox Rinsgard knew his child had slipped into a coma.
Oh, good Lord.
And he was going to call the police or the paramedics, but, he tried giving her CPR and slapping her around a little bit and put her in a cold shower. And she come back.
Well, good. Bless her heart. She come back.
She
That's
come
all
back,
that matters.
and he said when she come back, she just started talking a mile a minute about how she'd been back to heaven.
Well, bless her heart.
And it's a whole new book about her second adventures in heaven. Whole new group of adventures that's seen heaven. Can you imagine what an adult going to heaven would come back and say? Like, you could listen to that all day.
Well, it's usually somebody just saying white light, something like that. That's usually what it's. That's the reason I think there's something to it, because that's what they usually say. Go light, see the light opening, and you see a relative or two.
But then imagine, Jackie, seeing that through the eyes of a child.
Well,
that's why you're going to want to
anything through the eyes of a child is pure, simple. Yeah, that's true joy right there. You see it through the eyes of a child.
Just want to read a little bit to you here.
Yeah.
Jesus, I'm back, said me. Jesus come round the corner. He had been washing dishes. Sissy, I couldn't wait for you to get back to heaven.
Washing dishes.
Are you going to stick around this time? Little Sissy said, I might. My mother's been awful mean to me.
Wow.
But I have a weekend with my daddy, so I'd like to get back. Jesus said, your daddy didn't mean to leave that payday out. I said, I know.
Either way, he should have known better. Of course, Jesus going to forgive him. Of course, that's why we love Jesus. But no, if you got a child that has allergies and you're the parent, you need to know that's you got to know all that stuff. Either way, Jesus, he's going to love you either way. I understand, but seriously, you can't play around with stuff like that.
Do you still love the Lego movie? Said Jesus. No, I love Thumbelina.
Wow.
Thumbelina, said Jesus. Yeah, my daddy picked that up for me because he couldn't find the Lego movie. It was only $4.99, and he said he needed to save money. And I love it more than the Lego movie. Jesus said, your daddy sounds like a smart man.
Well, he ain't. Again, Jesus is going to forgive. You ain't a smart man if you leave a payday laying around in your dollar having allergic reaction to it. Now, I know Jesus is going to, forgive you, but I just don't like it in this book. And again, I know it's a child. I don't mean to critique her too much, but I mean, that needs to be dealt with more seriously. And of all people that should know it should be little Sissy. If it nearly killed her.
I couldn't believe I was sitting there talking to country music and Hollywood star Jerry Reed. How have you been, little sissy? Said Jerry Reed. I've been okay. I had some trouble with the peanuts, but it's not my daddy's fault.
Well, it is his fault.
Jerry Reed said, it's good to see you back in heaven. Do you think you'll be visiting again soon? Little sissy said, I have some ideas for another installment.
What?
Heartwarming. Back to Heaven by Little Sissy Rinsgard, as told to David Ox Rinsgard, who is also the author of Christian Weight Loss for Your Wife, which you may want to pick up when you're down there at the Glory Shelf. They are not having a signing for this book due to certain legal restraining orders, but
you can still go down there and get it.
You can
it
still
sounds
get
adorable.
What you're going to want to do is you're going to want to get I Go Heaven.
That one's cute. That's
chapter
adorable.
1.
Yeah, that's adorable. I
Then
keep
you're
that
going to
down
want to
here.
get chapter 2. That's Back to Heaven.
Well,
2 is written backwards.
It sounded fine, except for it just seems that her daddy or whoever gets off scot-free.
Well, I
you
thought
gotta
that
have
too, but Jesus was saying...
Well, Jesus is going to forgive you no matter what. Jesus is always going to... Oh.
You hear that siren?
Yeah.
They're going back the other way. Maybe they forgot one of them. Maybe they didn't have room in the paddy wagon.
Probably what that is. Didn't have room. Go back for the other load. No one over there.
That's Longhorn's.
If you have a child with a medical condition, and you being the parent, you have got to know... You got to have talked to a doctor about that. You got to know. You should even put something in the child's wallet in case he gets lost, something telling what,
Well, I'm just saying, didn't seem like that big a deal to Jesus.
Well, she's already dead and gone up in heaven. What's he going to do? If your daddy hadn't done this, I mean, thank God she come back, but he ain't going to. Jesus forgives everybody, and that's why we love him, and that's why he's God. But while we're living here on the earth, we got to be more responsible. That's what I'm saying.
Sounds to me like you got a crush on Lydia Rinsgard and are taking her side.
I don't know who Lydia
over David Ox Rinsgard.
I ain't taking nobody's side over nothing. I don't know no Lydia Rinsgard. I never met any other family. I don't know none of them. I seen little sissy's picture on the book, on the back of it. Well, there's a picture of her mama there, but I don't remember that either. But either way, it don't have nothing to do with any of this.
Well, folks,
aside from him being irresponsible,
you just
leaving a payday out to a child who's allergic.
Who in their right mind would think a child would eat a payday?
It don't matter who would think a child gets underneath the kitchen sink and eat Ajax. It happens. Sometimes kids don't know better. That's the reason you got to be a parent.
Look, I hope little Sissy Rinsgard does not have any more episodes like this where she eats a peanut.
I'm just worried for the child's safety. Is the only reason.
Accident. But Jackie, look, if she does, maybe we'll get a third book. And I mean, I'm really enjoying this series.
What you read there sounds adorable, and I look at it. I just don't like, it just doesn't seem responsible to leave that hanging there that a daddy, it ain't no concern of your daddy's whether you're sick or not. That's all his concern should be. That's what I'm saying.
Jesus was like, well,
Well, Jesus, you read there, Jesus forgive. I didn't hear Jerry Reed forgive her. He didn't say nothing like that. Jerry Reed knows better.
Oh, he does. I didn't read that part.
Well, I don't
Reed,
want to see now. I know.
Jerry Reed talks. There's a whole chapter. Jerry Reed just telling her how awesome her daddy is.
Well, her daddy may be just fine.
And weird, just running down her mama.
Well, that don't sound right.
Well, I don't know. Maybe Jerry Reed had a history with her.
Well, if he knew the woman, I still would have kept my mouth shut around a child about her mama. I wouldn't have done that. In heaven, maybe it's different. I don't know.
It may be different up there. I don't know.
Yeah, you can forgive whoever up in heaven. That's fine. But down here, you don't want no one to get hurt, especially our own child. That's all I'm saying.
So that's Glory Shelf. I Go Heaven, Back to Heaven, the Little Sissy Rinsgard books. One as told to Lydia Rinsgard, one is told to David Ox Rinsgard. Also maybe pick up Christian Speed Dating. Also maybe Christian Weight Loss for Your Life. Really get involved in the Rinsgard family's ongoing trials and tribulations.
Yeah.
Hey, look at there. You see him? Well, open your damn eyes in. It's the old-timey country down-home red state update podcast and them. Coming to you from a bunker underneath Jackie's Market in Murfreesboro, Tennessee. And here they are, both of them.
Hey, Jackie Bros.
Folks, this is Dunlap. We've got a great episode lined up for you today. I think you're really going to enjoy it. You've already heard our sponsors. And
you sound like you just going out of your way, suck up to somebody. And I think if you just real and just be regular people, like that's what I think the few people that listen to this do, you don't need to sit there and say a bunch of stuff they know ain't true. Sound like a politician to me.
Ugh.
Yep.
Sorry. All right, let me start over.
Yep.
Hey, folks, it's Dunlap. Me and Jackie are going to blunder through some meandering bullshit.
Hey, you don't have to.
Some poorly researched and not well thought out remarks on a couple of obvious targets.
Targets.
And then we're going to make up some sponsors.
The targets, that's a good, what do you call it? Segue.
Oh,
Targets, the
yeah.
American Sniper.
That's good. Up first, American Sniper.
Yep. That's how we
Round table.
I made sure I saw it.
Yeah, at first you wasn't sure about it, but then when you heard that some people was running down the military, you were like, somebody's got to take me to American Sniper tonight.
Well, Clint Eastwood, too, most of the time. Like I said, everything he does is pretty good.
You said some of it was getting boring.
Well, most everything he does is pretty good up to a point. I don't like Japanese underground. That gets boring. Don't want to read it all. And
you told me you fell asleep during J. Edgar and had terrible dreams.
That what I didn't. Yeah, that I woke up and he went to sleep because number one ain't nothing happening but him just talking on the phone to somebody else, and then wake up me wearing his mama's clothes or something, crying, and that was enough for me. I don't know what got in the. He's trying to get awards. That's what it was. You try to win Hollywood awards as long as he ain't trying. See, when you don't try to win awards like old American Sniper, which needs to win every award there is. And it didn't Oscars like it. They did, right? They liked American Snipers.
I think Bradley Cooper got an award.
Oh, yeah.
And a nomination.
Yeah.
I don't think Clint Eastwood got a director. I think it's up for Best Picture, though, right?
Yeah.
It's how they have like 15 Best Pictures, so they can even throw in a conservative one.
Win it. Well, it needs to win it all. Should be more conservative than one out of however many of those there is, which I know ain't no good. But that one, that's good. And it does, I won't say right now, American Sniper, his sergeants and people that serve with him in the military are black.
Why?
You know this got to be, because black people was mad at the Oscars, right? Somebody's mad.
Yeah.
We talked about that.
So you think this is
I'm telling you right now, when he goes through basic training, he's got, the black fella like my favorite Louis Gossett Jr. Gentleman, where is it? Officer Gentleman, where he just cusses him up and down. You know, when they always got the black man that cusses them up and down to make them learn anything, you know, in the military. This got that guy in it. Mm-hmm. Not the same guy who does it every time, but it's
basically.
Well, it's, you know, saying the same sort of stuff. It's always funny, you know. So it's got that in it, and and there's a buddy of his that's is black in basic training. I don't think he goes to Iraq with him, but he's in basic training with him. That part of the movie, yeah. So it's got black, you know, it's because some people try to. That's what I'm saying. When liberals get mad and looking for something to whine about, they'll go after the dumbest things in the world.
Nobody's mentioning how many great parts there are for Muslim and Arab Americans in this movie.
I'm telling you right now, you know how black people want their own Oscars.
I don't know that that's completely true, but go ahead.
Well, whatever. If Arabs, Middle East, is that Middle Eastern? Is that hey?
I don't know.
It's not Arab. It's Middle.
No, it's not.
Okay, I'm trying to say it right. That's why I'm asking. I'm curious. I ain't just gonna go ahead and run my mouth. Give me some credit here. I want to know, how do you say it?
So you think they're going to want their own Oscars? Oscar under Sharia law.
Sharia Oscars. I wasn't saying none of that. I wouldn't say just because they acted in the movie don't mean they really like it. I know better than that.
It's hard. Have you ever, I don't know if you've ever done any acting, Jackie, but I would say the hardest acting is acting in a scope. Like acting just in a gun sight. That's hard because you got to know, like, am I getting out of the scope? You got to stay in that little area. You got to keep your head exposed.
That needs to be an award. Scope acting deserves an award every year. You're right about that. That's got to be something you got to think about. Yeah. But besides, you know, scope acting, and besides that, just if you was going to nominate people who play Iraqis, if they had their own Oscars, half of them be from this movie. More than half.
Mm-hmm. And nobody sees that. They just say, it's racist, imperialist.
Those actors are working hard. It's hard, you know, not every movie can you just, you know, not every movie can people be like a bad guy James Bond, get shot down, whatever. You know, that's hard acting to die, you know, all that stuff. Scope acting, acting like you're bleeding out.
Those are hard.
Dodging things, you know, ducking and dodging. I mean, that's hard physical acting.
Looking mean. I mean, a lot of these are like you go to acting school, you can spend 6 weeks on looking mean.
I swear, when you see that movie and those actors in that movie, they get you so riled. They just the meanest ones there is, the crazy terrorist ones. You know what I'm talking about? Not all of them, but
it's
just
like wrestling. Like the best wrestlers are the ones that come out. That's who you remember. You remember when they come out, The Rock. You remember Savage Steve Austin.
Yeah, there was Iraqi. There was Sheik.
The Iron Sheik.
He was.
He's still pretty funny.
Yeah.
You got to go out there, rile them up. That's who you remember when these people are bad guys. That's, you know, that's what makes wrestling so good.
I say give every one of them actors that play Iraqis, give them an award.
If
right
Hollywood
now.
Stands behind its liberal attitude when it gets on here and bashes everybody.
Right. Didn't have no black people. Didn't have no this people.
But then they got this movie.
Got plenty more, I would say, certainly than most movies, people of that persuasion.
And they on there running it down.
Try to put those people out of work.
So that they can return unemployed and broke.
24 ain't been on TV in a long time.
Where are these people supposed to get? This is why people are going to Syria and joining ISIS, because they can't get work in Hollywood.
Yeah.
Because every time they put out a movie, it gives them a job. Hollywood runs them down.
Yep.
Oh, this offends my liberal sensibilities. Well, guess what? Next time you see them on camera, they're going to have a couple of hostages.
Wouldn't put, it's what you forcing them into. Yeah, liberals. Pitiful.
People on Twitter running this down. Seth Rogen.
It's my patriotic duty to see American Sniper once I knew what was going on. I'd sat there and watch that mess with you because I thought I was supposed to.
Patriotic duty.
But look, him turn around and do this.
Remember when the face of patriotic fervor lasted longer than a month? I bought all them Seth Rogen posters. I don't know what the ones where he's holding a doobie. I'll keep those.
Well, that one we had up down here, I took it down as soon as you told me him running his mouth. Or what is it? They had to knock on it. Knock something.
Knocked up?
Yeah, whatever it was. His face. And I was like, good for him, making him mad, not riling him up. But it was hard to sit through that one is a point I'm saying. That one that was stupid and a waste of my damn time sitting through that. Well, I didn't care for it. American Sniper, every bit of it.
Now you got Coley's Christian Cinemas can't keep American Sniper posters on the thing outside. People keep breaking into it and stealing them. That's how much we love America.
Yeah. You shouldn't steal. You shouldn't loot. You shouldn't do those things.
No.
And I understand when people feel, inspired, or they do some strange things, and we gotta understand why you'd bust in a window to get it. I understand that, but you still shouldn't do it. I ain't gonna support that.
People, Kid Rock got mad. Michael Moore running his mouth. Kid Rock
he always run his mouth.
He said he always heard snipers were cowards.
Well, he needs to go see this movie then.
I think he liked it.
He liked it?
He said it was pretty good.
Well, why'd he say he's cowards for
Well,
then?
you know what sometimes people get mad. Like if you heard, okay, let's say that this movie come out, and here's people saying it was good. Oprah Winfrey, Bill Clinton, Ben Affleck. They were the people saying, this is the best movie ever. We would be automatically against it just because of the people who like it. So everything's so political in Hollywood now. You can't, in America now, if Hollywood puts something out, you are already judging it just by who else likes it. So now we can't even enjoy a good Clint Eastwood. Plus, Clint Eastwood, he talked to that chair. I think that made a lot of liberals mad, so they come out judging before it even comes out.
I forgot to mention that Coley's had taken some time at that festival. They're going to be showing that footage, too. Him talking to the chair.
They're going to show that first.
In between the movies, when they're putting another one in the projector or whatever, they're going to run him.
Clint Eastwood talking to that chair. Do they cut anything out of that or add anything to that?
I think it's like Angel or it's either Angel or Jesus in the corner of it laughing, looking down from heaven.
Watching him, not sitting in the chair. That's Obama.
No, that's Obama in the chair.
I never understood. Is he invisible?
Wait, means it? No, they didn't have that technology at that time. People running Clint Eastwood's down because now they can do rapper holograms dancing like crazy everywhere. If they'd have had that technology, they'd put Obama hologram sitting there looking smug, and if you had that, it'd be the funniest thing ever. Everybody'd be there laughing at him.
But Clint Eastwood couldn't even get a good baby in his movie. He ain't going to sit still.
Well, he's up in age. If he don't know how to get a good baby, maybe he didn't think, they probably offered you want a hologram. If I had him at that time, he said, hell, I just give me a chair.
That's probably exactly what happened. They had the whole hologram. Jackie. Clint Eastwood, I'll be honest, I get Jackie and Clint Eastwood mixed up sometimes. Well, just in the one where he lives next door to the Asian people.
That's a good one. I like that one, yeah.
Gran Torino, that's basically Jackie.
Why wouldn't people scream about that? How many of those, what kind of people are them in that? Say it right.
You can't say
Well,
it like
that. I'm trying to learn how to say it right, and you run me down every time I ask. If I didn't give a darn, I'd just say what I know I probably shouldn't say. So if I ask, they Asian people in it. You could say that, right?
So they had this. They had the hologram technology ready to go, and they're like, "All you got to do, save your explanations, kid. Just give me the chair." So he couldn't sit. He couldn't listen for 2 minutes. Like, no, it's not complicated. All you got to do is come out like, "I'll talk to an empty chair before I listen to you for 30 seconds more." And so same thing happened with his baby. They probably had like the best damn baby robot in the world. And he couldn't listen to it. Imagine trying to show Clint Eastwood an iPad.
He don't need that
He
stuff.
ain't going to sit still for a baby robot. Just hold it and wiggle it around.
The movie ain't about a baby. The movie is about a war hero. I mean, it was his baby, yeah, but I mean, it just, if people gonna let that bother them, I mean, you could tell something wasn't right. I just thought something wasn't right with the baby at first. First time I saw it,
I'd have been sadder.
Well, I didn't know. It could have been the story, because I thought in a minute, she might have said, "I just got back from the doctor, and I don't want you to go back over war because I just found out, whatever's wrong with the baby." I don't know even how to say that, but now you could tell after she handed it to him, it's like, what's it like? That ain't even real.
Big hit, American Sniper, $200 million hit for
Well, yeah.
84-year-old Clint Eastwood and Bradley Cooper.
Yep.
Rocket Raccoon.
Oh, raccoon.
Liberals may tell us that we ain't supposed to like it, but you can't tell nobody what to do in America.
Nope.
We'll
sure
go
can't.
to the movie. They couldn't keep us out of the damn interview.
I wish I'd sat out of the damn interview. That did a bunch of the language, everything else is stupid. Both of them people are
proud of
stupid.
that after we saw it. You said, "Make me a T-shirt that says I saw the interview."
Oh, I thought it said, well, of course that bothers North Korea, because it's sure as hell bothering me. And I said, well, if it was made for North Korea, good.
So you were proud of sitting through it after when you first did it.
Anybody
Now
should
he
be proud
comes
after
out-
sitting through that mess. Anybody.
Now he comes out against American Sniper, and you say, "Oh, I hate the interview now." Well, it sounds like you need to go back to North Korea with your buddy Kim Jong-un, whichever one it is. I forget which one's alive.
That's the
which
one
one's
with his boys.
The son.
He did, and that same thing Saudi Arabia right now. I don't know. Somebody died over there, right?
dead. Yep.
King, yeah.
And are gas prices going to go up? We don't know.
I have no idea.
That's sad when somebody dies. You don't want to immediately think about gas prices. It's like when like if you had gas here and you died, people be like, "I bet they'll be jacking them gas prices up at the funeral home." Like, what do you think? How you think it's going to affect gas prices? A man died, Jackie, and he may be.
But he's in charge of all the oil. That's why people say it. If somebody died around here, it's like, who's going to run the 7-Eleven now? It's just what you do.
Was that racist?
What is it racist?
I didn't know if you meant because 7-Eleven workers.
No, I wasn't saying that. I was talking about a regular funeral. Not one of those. I mean, they welcome to bury the dead however they want. I just named the store. Wasn't trying to be racist.
So go support American Sniper, folks.
Yeah,
Do
go
your
say
patriotic
it's good.
duty.
It's a good movie. First off, I wish Clint Eastwood was in it.
Who would he have been?
Oh, a general, something, anything.
That would have been good if he'd been a general.
Just for him, just walk,
Why couldn't he
good
have-
job, son. Just walk up, give him a wink or something, how many did you kill
and then
today?
he'd be like, "I was Clint Eastwood," or however he talks.
No, give him a different name. He wouldn't be playing himself. He'd just
Oh.
General,
I was
whatever.
General Clint Eastwood.
Well, no, give him a character name. It doesn't matter. All he could have just pat him on the back, give him a wink, said, how he said, good job, or whatever,
General, anybody ever tell you look just like Clint Eastwood?
That ain't got nothing to do with what I'm saying. It just would have been a good. He could have taken a few minutes to do that.
He could have been like Tommy Lee Jones in Captain America, like that kind of boss.
That's good. And the old Captain America, I liked that one. That was good.
You
Yeah.
don't like Captain America too?
That don't make. I didn't have spaceships in it. I like a old. Oh, and the Nazis, in the monster Nazi, that I get. I understand that. That's World War II. Everybody knows World War II's got Tommy Lee Jones in it. This other one was spaceships, Robert Redford. I'm going to take old-time Tommy Lee Jones every time when it comes to Captain America.
Yeah.
But American Sniper is everybody needs to go see it. You probably shed a tear at the end of it. Yeah, I would say it's probably a patriotic duty to shed a tear in it. Some people's cheering and whatnot, but I don't know if that's right.
You don't think people should cheer at war movies?
People get excited, when the bad guy gets it, But this movie is just full of bad guys getting it. He shot 120. I mean, they don't show every one of them, but
They get
but
montage.
you can't. It's like
montage.
Well, yeah, I didn't have anything like that, but just every
play
time.
like Working for a Living by Huey Lewis and just a montage. Just work through like 50 or 60 of them. I mean, just so we get a sense of time in it.
Well, it does a good job to how many and how hard it was. It shows that. But the point I'm making is every time it just people start screaming and cheering, it's half of the movie. Sit down, I'm trying to watch it. Save it up for the real bad one. He was just killing them left and right, and then there was a real bad one.
Right,
he was going
tired.
after. Well, yeah, I it's like standing up, sitting down, going to Catholic church or something. I just want to sit there and let me watch a movie, save it all up, be glad when he killed the big bad one. It's like if he went to see James Bond and you cheered and clapped every time he killed somebody. You save it up, go see when he gets him at the end, drops him in a chimney or whatever he does.
Might be better to say this with the liberal audience sitting there with their arms crossed, clucking their tongues in judgment, where at least everybody's quiet, and then you can pay attention to the movie.
Yeah.
Now, we saw it here in Murfreesboro, and people standing up, throwing popcorn at the screen. Boo!
Boo?
Remember they'd boo the bad guys when they come on?
Oh, yeah. They get them, yeah. They were awful. They doing things to children, drilling them and stuff. Because that's why I thought it was even, because it shows him killing a youngin', and people go, oh, that's terrible, which it is. It is. Nobody should have to do that. But,
war is war.
War is war. But then what's worse, him just shooting him, going right through his heart, killing him dead, no pain whatsoever, or like them, the bad ones in that movie, taking a drill, just torturing a youngin'. I say sniper every time. If you're going to have to kill children, a bullet right through them is better than taking a drill in the brain and feet or wherever else.
Jesus Christ, how are we going to get this back on track?
What?
How are we're talking about killing kids. I'm
talking about the movie.
People are listening to this at work.
I'm talking
about... How are they going to go on with their day?
I'm talking about a movie, which, is based on real life.
Yeah, it's real life. It happened. Stuff happened.
Yeah.
Terrible.
Horrible things.
If we even knew, we wouldn't even be able to go see any movie, even Captain America 3, which would be awesome.
I'll go see it. If it's old Captain America, I'll go see that. But I ain't going to, if it's probably more spaceships, everything else, I don't care for it.
I think he's going to fight Iron Man in this one.
You gonna fight Iron Man?
Maybe, I don't know.
I might go see that. That'd be funny.
Rumors have it.
That'd be funny.
Oh, how depressing can we make the State of the Union, Jackie?
It don't need much help. Yeah, everybody sitting there, oh, what a good job he did. Rub it in their faces. When he said being smart to the Republicans and making jokes and stuff. Keep rubbing it in their face because they're going to impeach him. Because after they get all in there, before they can impeach, the president gets one State of the Union before they can start making.
Oh, is that the rule?
I think that's a rule. So he just made it. I'm going to say he just made it worse for himself. That's all he did, as if it couldn't be bad enough.
Because I couldn't figure out why they hadn't done it yet.
Well, they give him one State of the Union,
and then
egg on your face, like embarrass. Give him one more chance to embarrass yourself, and then you watch. They're gonna call. I think that's why they're bringing. What's his name?
Netanyahu.
Netanyahu. I think he's gonna set it off. They inviting him to come watch. That's why Obama says, well, I ain't going to meet with him. I ain't going to meet with Israel. Pitiful. Well, that's why, because he knows what's going on. He's going to come over there, and they're going to say, you know, enjoy.
So America's greatest friend that is also Obama's greatest enemy is Netanyahu, so they get him over here.
Yep.
Because our other enemies also Republicans don't like. Well, they kind of like Putin sometimes when he's real mean to Obama.
Yeah.
But mostly they don't. But Netanyahu, Obama enemy, friend to America.
That's right.
So you get him over here. He may have
Greatest
said,
American allies, yeah.
He may have said, I ain't coming unless y'all impeach him. So him coming over here could mean.
Well, I think it's also a ceremonial thing. You invite a guest and they start things off, you know, like with the gavel. Like a guest comes in and he you know, let us proceed or something like that. And then they start.
Let's get ready to rumble.
Yeah, I think that's
like an announcer.
Yeah, just to rub it in.
Like wrestling again when they have guest referees.
That's kind of like
somebody got a movie out.
They calling up America's best friend and say, hey, if you ain't busy, you sure ain't going to want to miss this. Get over here now. I think he just finished. You know, they called him up as soon as probably the thing was over. State of the Union. All right, he got that out of the way. Let's go. So he just made it worse for himself. That's all he did. Getting there, making funny jokes and you know, saying stuff that, you know.
What'd he say? He said, damn, I know I won both of them.
Yeah.
I won I ain't got no more elections, and the Republicans applaud. They did most of America. So when Obama said, I know I won most of them, he wasn't just smarting off to Republicans.
Well, they would have come back. That guy, I think he's gone, but somebody take his place, because usually you can go, you lie. But
yeah,
see,
you yell out a few
he tricked
things.
it there. See, you know what I mean? He flipped it around.
Is that guy not around anymore?
You see, I don't know.
I don't know either.
They could have drug him out back after that. Obama's goons, who knows? But, you know, you can't say he was probably gearing up to say you lie. But, you know, if Obama tricked it because he flipped it, you know how smart he thinks he is, and he flipped it around. So he said, I know I won both of them. You was ready to come in with you lying, and, you know, well, he did. Win those two. We all know that. We ain't dummies. Pitiful.
So the State of the Union is not great, but looking up. They going to get him impeached?
As soon as not Yahoos get off a plane, they're all going to be putting on their robes, heading that way. You wait and see.
Should be exciting, folks. A lot of excitement coming up in the next few weeks.
I want to see him be smart when they say, you are impeached, Mr. President. You know, hand him a slip.
What do you get when you get impeached?
I think you get it's not a pink slip, but, you know, it's, you know, here, you know, we did this. Here you go. Yeah, I think you get one, you know, directions to the door out when you get impeached.
He should know where the doors are.
Well, you know what I'm saying.
He's been there 6 years.
I know. I'm saying you know, pack up. Again, Sasha Malaya, bless their hearts, they welcome to stay till they finish high school or whatever.
I think that should be the rule. This is a great idea for a show. President kids, I think that no matter how old they are, they have to stay and live the rest of their lives in the White House.
What?
And it's a reality show, and you just see them all mixing together and trying to get along. They just have a wing for president kids, and they're not allowed to leave.
Hey, Bill, Megan she was daddy's never president, you know, but I was thinking Megan McCain, but her daddy never did. No. She's already on TV is the point
She's
I'm saying.
got a job.
I can't. Reagan boy used to be on TV.
Yeah.
You know, the skinny one.
Mm-hmm. You'd have the Bush twins in there. You'd have Chelsea Clinton. You'd have Sasha Malia.
Amy Carter.
Amy Carter. He's Gerald Ford kids. Did one of them die? Who am I thinking of?
you start going back in time. I'm an old man. I can't remember who's alive, who's dead half the time.
I
They
know.
Come back at like a children.
President kids, I can't keep track of them.
Lincoln's boy died. Remember, he had a boy die, something like that.
Oh yeah, that was hard to get over for him.
It was difficult, as it is anybody who.
Now, would their ancestors also live? Like, would the children of Lincoln's children and their children and grandchildren?
Well,
Would
it
they
depends
also
on how
live in
you
the...
want to take. Could be president family. If you just president kids, I don't know. Maybe the age. You said it didn't matter the age. So
No, you just keep them in there. So you'd have Chelsea Clinton and the Bush twins, young women figuring their way out in the world. You'd have the Sasha and Malia as, kids and that cute aspect of it. And then
they're
have
the youngest ones.
the youngest ones. Others
Yeah.
take them under their wing. Then you'd have Amy Carter, whatever she does, and Reagan. How many kids is that?
Well, one of them filthy. She dead. The one that's on the magazine, Dirty.
I don't know if she's dead or not.
I can't remember who.
Should
How
I
many.
just look up Dirty Reagan kid?
It don't matter what you talk about. You're always going to be talking about dead children anyhow. It's pitiful.
Now, wait a minute, though. If this was happening, what about George W. Bush? Would he have to live in the house? Would he even get to be president?
He's both. Yeah, he might have
He'd
to.
have to be in there.
I think. Well, he'd be running things. I'd like to see that. Teaching them all how to paint, and just
That'd be a good show.
like you saying one of them reality shows. I'd look at it. Yeah, look at the first few, see if it's any good.
Well, folks, we had a great episode for y'all today. We hope you enjoyed it. It was start things off with some sponsors. Then we moved right into the news.
Yeah.
And now we're ending it. And that's generally the order of things.
Most time, I guess you just say we talked long enough. People
Once we get over an hour, it's pretty much, we're just wearing out our welcome.
Oh yeah.
I mean,
know
unless
that.
your alternative is listening to grinder noise like Grace, then maybe I can see why people would listen to us.
Well, I want
Maybe.
to thank Grace and remind everybody. Show us how you hide it, how you manage to listen to this
Show
without
us how you
anybody.
sneak listen to us.
Yeah.
It's your job.
Send those pictures in. We'll gladly put them. We put them on our. How you do it? They put it on the computer, and then we put it on the computer. Both of them do.
Yes.
Okay. I don't know the order of all that. I know the order of a podcast. I don't know the order of stuff on computers. Even though podcast is on computer, you just hit play on that.
My name's Travis. I'm in a band called Holtz Claw, and our new album is now available. We have songs like this.
Complicated pork chop party. Oh yeah.
We also have songs like this. Then, where there's other songs,
Everyone at work's on my dick.
sometimes we sound like Veros. Holtz Claw. This tape is drunk. That's the name of the. It's not a tape, but it's if you download it, it goes in your computer, and you hit play. You know how to. You already know how.
Holtzclaw's new album, This Tape is Drunk, now available at CD Baby, iTunes, Amazon, and elsewhere.